Are you hauling bicycles or e-bikes on the back of your camper where you can't see them? They bounce around and you have no idea if they've even fallen off?
Well, Arvika Bike Racks has a solution for you. They make a bike rack that mounts to the trailer tongue of your RV or camper. Today, we're going to be showing you this Arvika bike rack, and we're going to show you how to load and unload your bikes, some of the cool features of this Arvika bike rack, and a couple cool tips.
Arvika did partner with us for this video today, but we're going to talk more about that later. Let's show you how this thing is actually mounted to the camper.
It's mounted with some heavy duty points. The first one, it clamps right around the front of your tongue jack, and it has those two big nuts and these two giant clamp bars to secure it.
Back here on the back, you can see right to the A-frame, it has these giant clamps that sandwich together and hold these S-bars into place back there. We made an entire installation video over on our sister channel, Mr. Fred's DIY. I'll be sure to link to that video at the end of today's video.
There's two ways to load a bike onto this Arvika bike rack. One, you can just grab it and throw it on up there, or you can use the optional bike ramp.
We're going to show you both methods just so that you can kind of see how easy it is to use this thing. When you're loading bicycles onto the Arvika bike rack, you want to make sure that they're pointing in opposite directions so that the handlebars don't interfere with each other.
When we lift our e-bikes up onto these gutters, they have 3-position wheel stops, so you can adjust these in or out depending on the wheel length of your bike. These are very heavy duty and they're a little bit thicker gauge metal than the ones they use for the regular bikes. To secure the bikes onto the bike rack, we have these clamps, and Arvika even sends you different lengths of tubing to secure the bikes. Let's go ahead and get the first bike up on the rack.
Both of our e-bikes are from MoveCan. If you like this style of e-bike, we'll drop our affiliate link down in the video description so you guys can check them out.
To secure these bikes onto the bike rack, the clamps have to have somewhere to clamp onto, so we're going to go ahead and remove the batteries from our e-bikes.
I feel like the clamps are more for round tubing. Our bikes don't have a whole lot of round tubing, so this is the method that we use, so we're going to show you that. Now, our e-bikes do weigh about 100 pounds each, so this is definitely a two-person job.
So most likely when you're going to load one of these bikes, you've purchased the optional bike ramp. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to use that, but we have ours stored on the bottom, but traditionally these get mounted on the back. The top square is meant for this carriage bolt, so we're going to go ahead and drop that through here, and we're going to go ahead and put that nut back on and tighten that up. And then we'll move the ramp down and tighten the other one. And it kind of helps just doing this up here so you have a place to work. But you can set this on the ground and do this as well. Now we have the first one on there for our ramp. Now we're going to go ahead and put the second bolt in here. And you want to spread the bolts out as far as we can so it spreads the load out on the ramp evenly. One end of our ramp has a lip on it. It's going to go right into these channel slots that they give you. So that goes in just like that, and now we have a nice long ramp to put our bike onto the rack with. Now we're just going to push the bike up here. Be careful not to lift the wheels off. So we've got them all on there. And we're just going to slide it right back up here.
Again, these bikes are pretty heavy. Our e-bikes weigh about 100 pounds a piece.
And you need to watch out for the pedals on these.
There we go.
Yep, our
pedals are hitting. There we go. And let's move this pedal out of the way. There. There we go. So now we're going to put the clamp on the top. You can see that these clamps slide on this upright back here so that you can find a way where these line up and everything clamps together.
It's important to note with these wheel stops, the tires sit right up on them, so they have a good secure hold. And they send us some really nice straps to tie these wheels with. And make sure that those aren't going anywhere. We're going to do the same thing on the back side. And it's crazy how secure the bike is just using these straps and that one upright point. I mean, those bikes aren't going anywhere.
As an added layer of protection, we actually like to use a ratchet strap. It just makes me feel better when we're going down the road. The ratchet straps that we're using are the Rhino ratchet straps from Rhino USA. If you guys have not tried these are amazing. It's all included right there, and you just press a button and they retract. These things are super awesome. I think if our e-bikes had round tubes and the clamps fit a little better, probably wouldn't be an issue, but I just feel better having a strap on there. Now we're gonna take these bikes off of the rack, but we're gonna do it in real time.
So let's go ahead and take our wheel straps off, and you just press the button and pull those right out. We're gonna undo the nut on this guy. Now that that's up out of the way,
Pedals. And the rear bike, we're gonna use the other method. We're just gonna lift it off. So we'll undo the straps. We'll undo the clamp. And we're just gonna lift the bike down. Now, something else that you guys can do when you're using one of these is you can actually lower the tongue of your camper. That way it's a lot easier. We're pretty tall, so this method was pretty good for us to just actually not use this at all.
definitely, you can get this bike rack another foot lower just by dropping the tongue jack all the way. Now, let's show you how to go ahead and store the ramp. I like having some place to work, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this right back up here where it was. We'll flip it upside down. We're just gonna take these nuts off of here. Same thing on this side. We're gonna go ahead and loosen these up and run them all the way out. Now, we're gonna take these two, slide them together, and flip it over.
And you can see underneath there are these plastic clamps that go around the bar, and they have a bolt hole in them so that your ramp mounts right to it.
It lines up perfectly for that one. Then the same thing, we're gonna put the star nuts right back on them and secure it into place. So this thing is definitely engineered for convenience, and they put a lot of thought into it. Like the hardware for the ramp that stores it is also the same hardware that you need to put the ramp together to use it. So there's no extra hardware to carry around.
It's pretty well thought through that all of these are right here, kind of on board. So you don't have a bag of parts that you're dragging around with you.
Now, let's show you some of the features.
So we've mounted this bike rack right over top of our propane tanks. So what about changing propane tanks?
Arvika's got a solution for that. To access the propane tanks, we're gonna go ahead and undo these top carriage nuts that I drop every time. So to access your propane tanks, you just take the two bolts out and this lifts right up. And now we have clear access for our tanks. We can pull our covers off and change our tanks out as needed. And that brings us to our next feature of the Arvika bike rack. And this one I feel is more geared towards Airstream owners because they usually have a front window in their camper, but you can't open your front window in your camper if you have this up. They have a solution for that as well. We're gonna go ahead and take the two pins out of here. With the two pins out, this now folds right down, and you can open the front window on your camper if you have one.
You've seen how the Arvika bike rack works and all of its features, but how does it perform driving down the road? The road leaving this campground has a large platform speed bump. Watch how stable the Arvika bike rack is as we drive over it. I can't imagine what would be happening on the rear bumper of the camper if we had the bikes mounted back there. We filmed some highway footage driving through the gorge from Mesquite, Nevada to St. George, Utah. This stretch of road on the Arizona Strip is notoriously winding and bumpy. We filmed the Arvika bike rack from 3 different angles and even used some time lapse to help you to get a sense of the stability performance. So what do you guys think? Did it perform pretty good? We think so. Leave us a comment and let us know. If you guys think that the Arvika bike rack is right for you, we'll drop an affiliate link down in the video description. Be sure to use code MrFred10 to get 10% off of your purchase.
And if you're thinking about getting one of these, they have a bike rack for you. Whether you have an Airstream, a Lance, a Forest River, your trailer style, they've got you covered. We really like this Arvika bike rack because it enables us to take both of our e-bikes on camping trips.
And Arvika is a North American company. They're based out of Canada.
If this is the kind of content that you're interested in, or you want to see more camping tips and tricks, make sure you like and subscribe.
We almost forgot to tell you, Fred Jr. has his own YouTube channel now, Fred Jr.'s Garage.
That's right. You can click the link and check it out, and make sure to subscribe if you like it.
And here's the installation video for the Arvika bike rack. Thanks for watching.